Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Chosun Online reports that North Korea announced on May 8th its plan to deploy new self-propelled artillery with a claimed range of over 60 kilometers to its southern border this year. The announcement came after Kim Jong-un inspected production of the new 155mm self-propelled gun on May 6th. If North Korea's assertion about the range is accurate, it would place all of Seoul and parts of southern Gyeonggi province within striking distance from the military demarcation line, which North Korea recently declared as a de facto national border through a constitutional amendment in March. Experts suggest this new artillery likely incorporates an automated firing control system, significantly enhancing North Korea's artillery threat to the South Korean capital area. This move is seen as a deliberate escalation of military pressure on South Korea's capital region. According to Xinhua Net, U.S. President Donald Trump announced on Monday that he is considering restarting and expanding Project Freedom, a military operation aimed at guiding commercial vessels through the Strait of Hormuz. Trump told Fox News that if resumed, the project's scope would be expanded beyond merely escorting ships through the crucial global waterway. He clarified that no final decision has been made regarding its restart. The U.S. military had launched Project Freedom just 1 week prior, but President Trump suspended it less than 48 hours later. This consideration comes as Iran has reportedly put forward a draft proposal for talks with the United States. That proposal, as reported by the semi-official Tasnim news agency, calls for an immediate cessation of conflict on all fronts, a guarantee against further aggression toward Iran, and the lifting of U.S. sanctions in naval blockade. NHK reports that Taiwan's health authorities have announced they have not received an invitation to the World Health Organization's assembly, scheduled for May 18 to 23 in Geneva, Switzerland. This marks the 10th consecutive year that Taiwan has been excluded from the World Health Assembly. Taiwan had previously attended 8 times as an observer, but has been barred since 2017 due to strong objections from China. Taiwan's Foreign Minister Lin Chia-lung condemned Beijing, accusing it of using all available means to suppress the island. In response, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Guo Jiakun stated that Beijing decided not to approve Taiwan's participation, adding that any attempt to use the Taiwan card for political manipulation in defiance of the One China principle is destined to fail. Al Jazeera reports that Palestinians in Khan Yunis have marked 78 years since the Nakba, a term referring to the catastrophe of 1948 that involved the displacement and dispossession of Palestinians. The commemoration took place amid ongoing displacement in the region, highlighting the persistent challenges faced by the Palestinian people. Rallies were held to remember the historical events and to draw attention to the current humanitarian situation, emphasizing the enduring impact of the Nakba on their lives and their calls for justice and return. UPI reports that the era of capital without borders is fading, as national security concerns increasingly lead governments to block cross-border mergers and acquisitions. A prominent example is MBK Partners, one of Asia's leading private equity funds, abandoning its takeover of Japanese machine tool maker Makino Milling Machine. This decision came after the Japanese government opposed the deal, citing national security risks associated with Makino's high-performance metal-cutting tools, which are used in electronics, automobiles, and weapons. This occurred despite U.S. authorities having already approved the acquisition, which involved Makino's Ohio manufacturing facility. Other instances include China blocking Wise Road Capital's bid for South Korean semiconductor firm Magnachip and Meta's acquisition of AI startup Manus. Experts like Park Joo-gun of Leaders Index and Kim Kyung-jun, formerly of Deloitte Consulting Korea, emphasized that a high bid no longer guarantees success, and buyers must demonstrate reliability and support for domestic supply chains, as the definition of strategic industries continues to expand. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.